Hey there, it's Terry from the Quarter Acre. How are you doing today? I'm doing great, and I just wanted to share with you a little mom homeschool side hustle thing that I've got going on this summer. I'm going to be doing summer reading tutoring for both homeschool families and public school families. So there's a lot of kids post-pandemic that are in need of a little extra help with reading, and I happen to think that that's one of my strengths is teaching kids how to read. Both of my kids are pretty advanced readers and they both love to read. So I wanted to go ahead and foster that in other kids. And so instead of signing up for some multi-level marketing scheme or getting a part-time job and leaving the kids to fend for themselves this summer, I thought, what better way to make a little pocket change and pad my homeschool budget for this fall than to share my gift for teaching reading with others. Every homeschool mom has their subject that they rock, right? Maybe you're a history buff, maybe you're a math whiz, maybe you love science experiments. Whatever it is, you can offer tutoring in those areas to kids in your area and they can benefit. I actually ended up having to turn kids away from my summer reading program, which I felt terrible. I wanted to have everybody be included, but I knew that it was just going to be too overwhelming. The structure that I'm following is kind of something in my own creation. On Mondays, all 6 of my kids that I'm tutoring will get together for 1 hour-long group reading session. And it's not going to be a sit still at the table and everyone take turns reading from a text. It's going to be up, like outside, jumping from word to word, written in chalk on the ground. It's going to be playing, word bingo. I'm planning an escape room, like a reading escape room with the different levels of the kids that are coming in, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. And so we'll have 6 weeks of that Monday meeting. And then during those 6 weeks, during other times throughout the week, each child is coming for a 45-minute one-on-one reading lesson. So they'll get their group lesson on Monday, and then they'll come back throughout the week. I looked at my schedule and assigned different time slots to different kids to come back and get that one-on-one help that they might need. And my whole goal is to make reading fun, to make it a reward and not a punishment, because I think that's one of the big things with reading struggles is it feels like punishment. To let them see that they're not the only ones struggling with it, and to help them grow in their love of reading and help them to build self-efficacy in that I can read. I have one older kid that's coming in to read that struggles a little bit with reading, but she's going to come into the group session and be my helper to build that self-efficacy, to see oh, you know what, I have come a long way and I am a good reader and I'm going to help these younger kids to read. And I think that's going to go a long way for her self-confidence in her reading. I'm going to be using the good and the beautiful assessments to place them, and then the PDFs to go ahead and pull some targeted practice out for each child to meet them where they're at for their individual lessons. And then I have a slew of games and activities that I'm going to be working on with the kids. Behind me, you will see I have been to the Dollar Tree. Each kid, I'm going to grab one of these here. Each kiddo has their own little Dollar Tree bin here that has a binder that will have their individual work in it, so the individual lessons from the Good and the Beautiful that I'm going to print out from the PDFs. I've also got a dry erase little sign here, and they'll have a dry erase marker in here. I'm waiting for those to come in from Amazon to play group games and spelling fun things like that. And then I got them all a book from the Dollar Tree that we could read together. And so I have kids coming in from various reading levels. They are 1st through 3rd grade, I believe, for the majority of the group, and then I do have a couple older kids. But these are going to be a really challenging read, and I kind of wanted that because I want them to have that challenge. I also have a lot of different level appropriate readers to meet them where they're at in the beginning, but I wanted to be able to kind of call on different kids throughout the story to put it together. So I might call on, a first grade reader for but, the word world, I might call on a second grade reader or things like that. So once I get an idea of their assessment, we're going to be able to go through and read our Arthur book there as a collaborative group experience. Some of the other games that I got, let me go grab those. Okay, so some of the other games that I have are Apples to Apples Junior. This is a really fun, funny game that requires some reading to read your cards. I've got Scrabble Junior, great for readers. I've got Big Boggle, another Goodwill find for building words. I've got Sight Words Level 1 Bingo. I've got Sight Words Level 2 Bingo. I have another one coming from Amazon. I cannot remember the name of it off the top of my head, but I'll link all these games in the description down below. I've also got reading comprehension activities, grade 1, because comprehension is key. You can read as fast as you want, but if you don't understand it, yeah, not so much. And I'll link to this too. I love it. It's got great pictures and little short activities that go with it, so I can share these with the kiddos. And I've got some tools here. Let me open this up so I can show you them individually. So I have these that help to isolate the text. So you put one of these, there's a stack of them, one of them over as you read, and it kind of helps your eye to stay focused on the line that you're reading. For some of my more sensory seeking kiddos, they're like a little ring that goes on, and it helps you to isolate that text as well, to highlight it. You can kind of see with my ring, you can read through it, and it just kind of helps you stay focused on where you need to be. I also grabbed a fun pack, really inexpensive pack of, it's got slap bracelets, little mazes, little rubber chickens that you can fling, squishies, all kinds of little prizes that the kiddos can win as well. And then I've already arranged with one of the moms in our group, who's also a friend, to do a special reading field trip for our last group meeting, that last Monday meeting, the 6th one. And it is going to be going and working with her horse and reading with her horse. And then she has this cool culvert on across from her property where you can go in and read, and the echo is really amazing. So we're going to be going in there and reading to our echoes. We have chickens, so I'm going to do a pick a chicken and read to them day. Reading to pets is a great way to read out loud and build those skills, and pets are very non-judgmental. They're just super stoked to be on your lap and be read to, so our chickens will definitely enjoy that. And yeah, like I said, I'm just going to be giving the kids a reading assessment, kind of seeing where the holes are or where they need a little bit more support, and really tailoring everything to that in their individual lessons. And what I wanted to reach out and say is, you know where your strengths are. Every homeschool mom has her superpower. Maybe you're a history buff, or you're great at science, or you're a math whiz. You can capitalize on that, especially during summer if you take a break, or even during the school year. I've been tutoring one of my friends' sons in reading, and it has been so rewarding to watch him grow. He goes to public school, and he comes to my house on Wednesday afternoons, and he is just blossoming with his reading, and it's so fun to watch his self-confidence grow. So find your niche and share the gifts that God has given you, because it is just so rewarding. I am not charging a fortune, and I am not making a ton of money, but the extra money that I do make will be great for enrichment activities for my kids, or extra supplies that I would have gone, we could do without that. We'll have that to spend, and a little self-care as well. I may just at the end of the 6 weeks go get myself another pedicure and rest and relax. And I plan on incorporating a lot of the stuff that we do in our homeschool into this, and who knows, someone might be blessed to go, oh wait, maybe I could homeschool too, from seeing how we have our classroom set up here. But if you have any questions about the games that we're going to play, or how things are going to be set up, don't hesitate to ask me in the comment section down below. I'll do an update video after we get started. We're taking a couple more weeks. I'm doing some summer camps with my kiddos, a history camp and a science camp the next 2 weeks, and then we're going to dive into swimming lessons and reading lessons. I hope that you found this video helpful, and yeah, that's pretty much what we're going to be doing this summer, is teaching reading. And I'm actually roping my kids into helping, because they don't really need reading tutoring, but they can sure help. So my son, he's going to be partnering with one of the youngest kids in the group who does not have the reading skills to keep up necessarily on his own with the group activities. So my son's going to come alongside of him and help coach him through that. And I think that'll be really good for him and really good for my son at the same time, to build those helper skills and those support skills, and for the little boy to feel, you know, nurtured and helped and encouraged. So let me know in the comment section down below what your super homeschool mom power is, and I will talk to you soon. Happy homeschooling and be blessed.